Hello everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jane Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm your foreign educated physical therapist guide to US application. So I hope you guys are doing great. So if you are new to the channel, I make videos for foreign educated physical therapists on helping you guys on how to apply here to the US. Okay, so I give you like pieces of the puzzle, okay, on how you're going to be successful with your US application. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button so that you will know the launches of the latest videos that I make. Okay, so I recently had the live event in the Philippines. I just came back from the Philippines. So I would like to thank all those people who attended the live event. They have such great feedback for this live event that I really appreciate. So we're going to talk about today, this was just brought to my attention by the applicants. And at least 3 or 4 applicants actually emailed me or messaged me saying that they cannot proceed with the Fccpt application because there's a question, do you have a master's or doctorate degree? And when you say no, then you cannot proceed with application with Fccpt for type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so I would share with you the email that I sent to Fccpt and their response, and then we're going to break down what does this mean and what you can do in order for you to proceed with the type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so let's go read the email. This is the email that I sent to Fccpt, okay, March 17, 2023. So, hello, I know a foreign educated physical therapist from the Philippines who is applying for type 1 review for immigration. He has a bachelor's degree and wants to apply to Fccpt to know what will be his deficient subjects to be master's equivalent. So when he attempted to apply, he chose no for question if he has master's or doctorate degree. But whenever he does this, it says there is no service for him. Attached is this email to me. So I forwarded the email to them. Your clarification is appreciated. Would you recommend he take subjects to have a master's equivalent? What subjects will that be without your assessment of his credentials? So, or will he answer yes so he can proceed with the process? Okay, so that was my email to clarify about the yes or no question for master's or doctorate degree the question that they give you. So this is the reply from Ms. Jamie Nolan, Managing Director of Fccpt. Okay, we do not allow a person to apply for type 1 immigration service unless they meet the requirement of having a master's degree or higher. If they want an evaluation on coursework tool number 6, they can pick licensure in the wizard and then select the jurisdiction of Texas. This will give them access to Educational Credential Evaluation Service or ECR. They can apply for this service, and if they don't indicate a jurisdiction during the application process, the evaluation will be completed on coursework tool number 6. The only difference between coursework tool number 6 for licensure and coursework tool number 6 for immigration is the total credits required for licensure is 170, while it is 210 for immigration. So, thanks, Jamie Nolan, Managing Director. Okay, so I actually emailed back Miss Jamie Nolan, and I want to clarify if an applicant need to go through the ECR, which is $1,240, okay, for them to know the deficient subjects, and then do they have, after completing those, knowing and completing those deficient subjects, do they have to reapply again for type 1 immigration review for immigration, which is another $1,340. Okay, so I'm awaiting her response for this, and I will make a video as soon as I get her response. But it seems to me from that email is that you don't have any way of knowing what your deficient subjects are unless you go through the educational credential review, okay? Because you cannot proceed to the type 1 review for immigration if you are a bachelor's degree, okay? So one thing that I can suggest is, it doesn't mean that this will work, okay? It depends on your school, it depends on what year you graduated, it depends when you're going to apply here to the US, okay? So for reference, you can ask a schoolmate of yours, you know, with the same year you graduated, the same school, okay, who actually is now practicing in the US. So if you have someone like that, and you can ask them, hey, I'm going to process my application for credentialing, okay, what are the deficient subjects that you took, okay? So be sure it's from the same school and the same year you graduated, because if you reference from another applicant or another PT that's not from your school, not the same year you graduated, that will be a lot of problem, because each school have different curriculum, different program, okay? So one of the things, the safest thing is for you to reference from the same year, the same school you graduated, okay? So you can use that as a reference. Again, I cannot guarantee that that will work, okay? But you will have some idea of what are those subjects that you can take before applying to Fccpt for type 1 review for immigration, okay? So that is one of the suggestions that I can give you guys, okay? Now there's an email from PRI, of Philippine Rehabilitation Institute, that an applicant shared with me about the subjects that they are offering for you to complete the requirements under coursework tool number 6, and I will share that with you right now, okay? So they say, we do not have a concrete list of subjects that is or are being required for coursework tool as per school or per batch, and as to state of destination. What we know is that there are new required subjects, and the minimum credit requirement for professional education has increased to 210 US credits, okay? For professional education, this is suggested subject, okay? So cultural competency, consultation, screening, referral, delegation, or CSRD. For coursework tool number 6, these are the suggested subjects: nutrition, plan of care implementation, ergonomics at workplace, exercise science in PT, and immune system, its implication to the PT. So that information actually was shared to me by Sheila Marie Framo. Thank you, Sheila, for this. So the subject, each subject from PRI that I just mentioned costs 15,750 pesos per subject, okay? So there is additional charges, 250 for a copy of transcript, 160 plus course syllabus. So if you have if you're going to take 6 subjects, so that is 600 pesos per syllabus for the 6 syllabus or syllabi, and 2,400 for the mailing, okay? So just an FYI of how much it costs if you're going to take this additional subject. Okay, so what will be your options to proceed with the type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so again, as of now, they want you to be a master's or doctorate degree before you can apply for a type 1 review for immigration. So one of your options is to take those subjects that are being offered by Philippine Rehabilitation Institute. Okay, and if you take those subjects, then you can check yes because you have a master's equivalent. Okay, after you take those subjects. Okay, if you have time and you have the resources, then you can take the doctorate degree in physical therapy. So you can check, yes, you have a doctorate degree before you can proceed with the type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so again, the type 1 review for immigration is required because under it they will issue you a healthcare worker certificate, or HCWC. This is also known as Visa Screen Certificate under CGFNS. Okay, so this is required by your employer for them to file you with an immigrant or working visa. Without it, they cannot file or they cannot petition you with either working or immigrant visa. Okay, so that's why if you are not a U.S. citizen, if you're not an immigrant, before you apply to the U.S. as a physical therapist, you need the type 1 review for immigration. So unfortunately, right now, it is required that you have a master's degree or master's equivalent or doctorate degree before you can actually proceed with the type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so right now it doesn't work anymore that you have a bachelor degree. You go through the type 1 review for immigration for you to know what are your deficient subjects are. It seems to me like they want you to do the educational credential review first for you to know the deficient subjects, take these deficient subjects, and then you have to apply for type 1 review for immigration after you completed those deficient subjects, after you earned your master's degree or equivalent, or after you completed your doctorate degree. So unfortunately, it is more expensive, okay, right now to apply for type 1 review under for immigration. Okay, so guys, if you have any other feedback about your own process with type 1 review for immigration, I would greatly appreciate it. Put your comments down below. We can help each other out to navigate through the process of this type 1 review for immigration. Let me know if you have any other questions. Your feedback will help me get information that will help other people as well in their process with their U.S. application as a physical therapist. So I hope this clarification will guide you along the way. Again, this is something new to me, okay, because I'm not actively applying to Fccpt. So I get feedbacks from the applicants right now on how they're doing with their processing. And again, this is a new system that I heard of that is asking applicants whether they have a master or doctorate degree, and you cannot proceed with the application for type 1 review for immigration, that is, if you do not have a master's or doctorate degree. Okay, so I hope, guys, this video is helpful. Your comment, your feedback, your suggestion will be greatly appreciated. Please share this video to those who are actively seeking guidance on how to apply to the US as a physical therapist. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I hope to hear from you guys. Let's help each other out so that your process will be a lot easier for you to practice here in the US as a physical therapist. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, stay blessed.